Hello everyone, welcome back to another FSD beta video. So we are on 69.25.2. We are doing a test where we are going to be on the highway for a while, headed back home. Just got my allergy shot over here. So I'm going to compare this test when we get version 11 eventually. So stay tuned for that, and hit like and subscribe to my channel so that you can follow me and you can see the updates when we get version 11 and my review about it. So that'll be very exciting. Hopefully it'll be hitting the market soon, or not the market, maybe mostly for us FSD beta testers. So yeah, let's see how this does. This is the route that I'm going to take right now. So it's basically just a straight line. We're going to hit like a 2-lane road that is pretty much straight with some traffic lights, but we do use FSD for that part. And then we're going to hit this highway over here, but this highway is not really it's not really using autopilot yet. It uses still FSD beta, because that highway is kind of a new one. It's called Stony Trail. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how FSD is going to perform now versus when we get version 11. So yeah, all right, so with that, we'll hit the drive. We'll set it on drive, wait for FSD to initiate. So what's happening right now is that it's routing us wrong, so it might have to do a turn. So yeah, let's engage FSD from the parking here. Yeah, it's getting a little bit too close to that car over there. It's probably okay for it to do this, but I'm not really comfortable. And we gotta wait for FSD to come on. Here we go. I don't know why it does the steering wheel. Yeah. Alright, I'll help it out to come out of the parking lot, to be honest. It's kind of a weird situation over here. I'm gonna get it to come out from here, and then we can do this left turn coming up over here once it reroutes. Alright, so the reason why I do these, being parked and leaving the parking spot test as well, and I include that in the FSD drives, is just because I think in reality in the future we are going to be just hopping into the car while it's being while it's parked, and yeah, we have to. The expectation is that the car is going to pull out from the parking spot. It's not going to be stopped in the middle of the road where we can just jump into the car. So yeah, ooh, getting too close to that curb over there. But luckily it did adjust and get away from that, so good job. And now we have an unprotected left turn situation going on over here. So it should go after this. I'm going to give it a tap over here. Okay. Yeah, it did that turn before. I've done this kind of drive a few times now, but didn't really film this a lot. So just because it's a straight road, so I'm not really sure if anything interesting will come up. Alright, so it does want to turn over here. It should yield for traffic. It's pretty clear now on the left hand side, so it should go. And again, this is probably issues with the camera angles where it can't really see, and that turn is very sharp. So there you go. I'm just gonna check my route over here just to make sure we're going the right way. So it should really bump up its speed right now to 70 kilometers per hour. I'll probably do it once it sees that speed limit. There we go. So that's great. It put on the signal, but it stopped doing that turn because this entrance over here is for entering to the parking lot over there, not to exit the road, which we want to do. So very good job. Sometimes, to be honest, I do that mistake myself when I'm driving manually. So there you go. All right, there's a little bit of a harsh brake over here, so I'm going to give it a tap just because there's a car behind me. There we go. And a nice smooth turn over here. Excellent. And this is not your traditional intersection. So that's really nice to see that it can handle stuff like that. And this is a single lane roundabout. It's not really heavy with traffic right now. I assume it's going to be okay doing this turn. Oh, and a very harsh brake over here. I'm not really sure why, so I'm going to give it a push. I'm going to bump up the speed over here just because there's a car behind me. And given that it's rush hour, it's a little bit... I would like to be a little bit respectful for other folks driving on the road. And I'm just going to clean the windshield over here very quickly, just because the sun's going to be in our front end over here most of the ride. So right now, currently, like, we're doing the speed limit and 10 over, to be honest, and I did bump it up. And there's a car tailgating me. I mean, we can probably see it even on the visual. Here you go. So in these cases, like, I manually hit the signal, and this is what I just did right now to switch lanes over here. And yeah, I just wonder if with FSD Beta version 11, we'll see it moving away from the passing lane, to be honest. Like, I think it should do stuff like that, especially when we have cars tailgating us. Like, it should be able to anticipate that and move away for cars. And here we go, it's changing lanes again to the fast lane. So I'll let it do what it needs. With that car that was tailgating me passed right now, so I'm okay being on this lane right now. So I'm going to bump up the speed over here just because we are on the highway technically, and I just don't want it to drag. So those kind of things, like where the speed limit or the speed limit sign, when the change is coming ahead of us, and here we go, it's reverting back to 60 again. So I'm going to have to watch this, and as you can see in the speed limit, it says 60, but it's 90. And we did pass the speed limit sign where it did change for a few seconds, but then goes back. So this is mainly because of the map data over here. So as you can see, we are hitting that stretch of Stony Trail Road or highway where it's this part is new. So with the latest FSD Beta, sorry, not the FSD Beta, with the latest map data, it kind of put that road there and in the map, and now we use it. Before that, we didn't even use it, but the speed limits are still being popped up as wrong speed limits. So I mean, we're not really on 60 right now. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see when we hit FSD Beta version 11. Is it going to really rely mostly on map data and for speed limits, or is it going to be, you know, kind of like driving normal and picking up behaviors from other cars and adjusting speed accordingly? So it'll be interesting to see if there's development in that kind of area. So it did pick up the speed limit of 100 kilometers an hour. So it works for a bit and then it reverts back. It almost feels like it's pulling map data every maybe 30 seconds or so, and readjusting settings based on the map data. So it'll be better with future updates for FSD to pick up the speed limits based on, you know, vision, as those are more reliable, and things change, like roads get closed down for diversions and constructions and stuff, and when construction zone speed limits get applied and things like that. So yeah, so this is FSD on highway. This is probably how FSD Beta version 11 is going to look like. You know, maybe a little bit more refinement, but it works on highways. So hopefully you guys like this video. Please hit like and subscribe to my channel. It'll help a lot. We are going to exit the highway soon, and I'll probably intervene a lot at this exit over here as we get off the highway, just because that road is also relatively new and lane markings are not very clear. And I typically, to be honest, I drive that manually without FSD. I think because FSD won't perform very well, but it'll be interesting to see, because I haven't really actually get FSD to drive it, just because there's a lot of merging and no lane visibility and stuff like that. So it's a dynamic situation over there. Nevertheless, we'll see how it goes, since we always push FSD on my channel to do things and see how it behaves. So right now it's braking, and we shouldn't really be braking that hard, so I'm going to tap the accelerator over here. I'm just being very transparent of what kind of interventions I'm doing, just so that folks understand how not ready FSD is in these kind of situations, and especially when map data is poor. So it did that merge into the exit lane very smoothly, and we are back at 100 kilometers an hour. So over here we're going to hit a series of curves, and the speed limit will go down to 50. And over here we're cutting it a little bit close to the edge of the road, which I'm not really liking. And the speed limit does drop to 50 over here. So it does detect it right now, and then we start slowing down. And this is the situation over here where we're going to have to merge to the road. So let's see how FSD is going to do with this merge. I'm probably going to give it a signal over here, just because, yeah, I'm going to manually signal for it to get out of that merge, just because we don't want to end up being too close to the dirt and the curb over there. And this is the road that I'm mentioning that doesn't have a lot of lane marking. So, and it's technically a 2-lane road, and we can see FSD starting to struggle over here. I'm going to bump up the speed just because it's 50. I'd like to drive next to other cars. Here we go. So it detected the 50 kilometer speed zone, and it's actually doing very well. Like, we've got some sort of a marking on the road, but it's technically it's just like a probably like a graded line into the road, so it does think that's the lane and sticks to this lane. So this is pretty good, to be honest. I was expecting a little bit less than that. And this is where it gets a little bit dicey. Still not too bad, still sticking to its lane, even though there's no lane markings. So I'm pretty happy with this, to be honest. Might get confused over here right now. But luckily we start seeing some lane markings, and it does stick to the right lane. So excellent. Very, very happy with this. And then we're coming up to this 2-lane roundabout over here, close to the community. Yeah. Very, very nice and smooth, and treats it like a roundabout. And here's the second set of roundabouts. Excellent. Very good. I probably tried this like on FSD beta maybe like 2 versions ago, and it didn't really do that well. So I'm happy with what it did right now. Alright, and this should really conclude our video over here, because this is where my waypoint is. It's to the left, but I'm just going to the right over here. But yeah, like, if you folks like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. It'll help me a lot. It did pretty well. Highway driving is a lot of manual intervention, adjusting speeds and adjusting lanes and stuff like that. And unfortunately, whenever you adjust lanes, it kind of reverts back to another lane as it wants. Like, I would really like it that if we adjust the lane to go to a lane, it it should just stick to that lane because it should know that that's what the user wants. But there we go. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and hope you guys have a nice day.